Korea's missile defense capabilities have been a hot topic as of late, with even speculations growing that Seoul might join hands with Washington on a U.S.-led missile defense program.
Well, joining us live for a more in-depth look at some of these issues at play is Arirang News' Kim Hyun-bin from our news center. Now, Hyun-bin, what is the controversy at hand, and where does the South Korean government stand on this issue?
Hey guys, the U.S. has long argued that its allies in this region must share defense burden, while South Korea has resisted joining the U.S. missile defense system, which could undermine missile capabilities of China, Korea's largest trading partner. Earlier this week, Korea's defense minister Kim Kwang-jin denied speculation Seoul might join the U.S. missile program. He said it was too expensive and its huge interception range is unnecessary on the Korean peninsula. Seoul's defense ministry says Korea needs to focus on its own low-altitude system that is already under development. It's called Korea Air and Missile Defense, or KAMD. Let's take a closer look.
KAMD is a multi-level missile defense system Korea is in the process of developing. The system fits Korea's terrain and the threats facing the nation. KAMD currently focuses on low-altitude missile threats, since most of North Korea's missiles targeting South Korea are not ballistic missiles and have a range of 1,000 kilometers or less.
But the KAMD system has its weak points. The interceptor missile currently being used is the Patriot II, also known as PAC-2. But this missile was originally built to take down aircraft, not missiles. The military is currently focusing on upgrading its PAC-2s to PAC-3s, which have better accuracy and efficiency. I spoke to a weapons expert about the issue. Let's hear what he had to say.
The PAC-2 explodes near the ballistic missile or target and the debris takes it down. A PAC-3 directly collides with the enemy missile, so the PAC-3 is more reliable and accurate than the PAC-2.
Instead of joining the U.S. system, Defense Minister Kim said the South Korean military will enhance its KAMD program, so South Korea will be able to better counter missile threats with its own technology. On top of that, the South Korean government is scheduled to finish developing mid- and long-range surface-to-air missiles by 2022.
Well, certainly sounds like a very complex issue and a decision the Defense Ministry did not take lightly. So Hyun-bin, could you tell us a little bit more about the major differences between the missile defense systems of Seoul and Washington?
Well, the U.S. missile defense system is multi-layered and is considered the best in the world. To show you what Washington's capabilities are, let's take a look at this graph. As you can see, the U.S. system works on a three-layer missile defense network. The first line of defense comes from the Aegis rocket, which is designed to knock out an incoming ballistic missile while it's in space. If that fails, a Theater High Altitude Area Defense Interceptor, also known as THAAD, intercepts the missile just as it re-enters the Earth's atmosphere. The final layer of defense is the lower altitude Patriot missile. Experts say the chance of a ballistic missile slipping through all three layers is very slim. Korea does not have a high-altitude missile defense system, but experts say that if the Korean Air and Missile Defense System, which is a low-altitude missile defense system, is fully implemented in 2022, Korea will be able to successfully intercept missile attacks from Pyongyang.
Now, Hyun-bin, let's put aside the cost involved in introducing this U.S. system a little bit and focus on other factors that might stand in the way for the South Korean military to adopt this system.
From a security standpoint, experts say it would have definitely worse South Korea's neighbors in the region, namely China and Russia. Let's hear what this expert had to say.
If the U.S. system was implemented, it would restrain nuclear and missile capabilities of the countries in the region. The U.S. will be able to intercept missiles using its multi-level system. This will greatly reduce the effectiveness of the ballistic missiles, which in turn will break the strategic balance between those countries.
Other experts point out, however, that at some point, whether it's with our own technology or not, Korea needs to obtain high-tech missile defense program, as Pyongyang is trying to enhance its ballistic missile capabilities.
All right, that was our Kim Hyun-bin reporting on South Korea's missile defense system and issues surrounding the system. Thanks, Hyun-bin, for that report.